Hello, hi, hello, testing, testing, hi. Sorry, bit tired today. Today's t-shirt is the Whomping Willow, planted in 1971. There you go. Today's t-shirt. That's that out of the way. Yeah, a bit tired. Was up late last night because I'm always up late the night before. In this case, I was watching the Mystery Science MS3TK. MST3K. I always get the acronym muddled up. But I was watching the movie because apparently it was like the anniversary, and it was the first time I'd seen it. And I found it online somewhere. I don't know where I was, but I found it online. And I was watching it with Aaron. He had a legit DVD copy of it. It's not actually available here to buy. I even tried looking for it, like see if it's on Amazon Prime, which it isn't, but RiffTrax is, which is interesting. Sorry, I know I'm being plagued today. So that was fun. We went on Discord and we sort of were chatting to each other whilst the film was on, just giggling. It was nice. It was really, yeah, it was fun and sweet and fun, and I enjoyed it. And we should do that more often. We've done that before, where we've decided to watch a film together. Like just because one or the other of us were watching this film, and it's like, hey, you want to watch this film? And I'm like, yeah, right. And so it was like, normally we just sort of randomly tweet at each other like the sort of punchlines, but this is the first time we've actually sort of been on the phone with each other. So that was nice. It was sort of a different element. So far we've done it with films that we've seen before. Like the first time we did it was I keep going to Rocky Horror. It's not Rocky Horror. It's the other one. Little Shop Horrors. There you go. No, it had horror in the title. And he watched the one with the alternate ending, and I had the regular version, so that was interesting. And then we watched the Superman 1 and 2. That was a long night. And then last night we were watching Mystery Science Theater. Which was yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was the first time I'd seen it, and like not only not the first time I'd seen the movie, but like the first time I'd seen any Mystery Science MST3K. See, that's how you know I haven't seen it. I can't do the acronym. But yeah, so basically then I got the call. Can you work? Yes. Great. Can you go halfway across town? Okay. So short version, I was late because getting ready. Well, I was late the moment they called me, to be fair. So that couldn't be helped. And then I basically had to get ready fast. You know, wash, dressed, get on the bus, overshot my bus stop, then going the long way around. And then worked in the sun. I don't know if this is picking up very well. But yeah. Today we've actually got some good sun, some good weather, and so if I'm a bit better, you can see. Oh, there you go. That you see where the line was. So this is a British tan. This is what tan looks like in England. The reason I usually keep a hoodie on, even in the hot weather, is one, well, twofold. One, so I can keep things in my pockets, simples, and two, because we're not supposed to have like our own t-shirts on. Like, it's not supposed on the beat, but when you're in town they're like, oh no, you got to cover it up, got you. And it's like, well, unless you give me official t-shirts, I'm wearing my own t-shirts and I'm covering them up. So that's that. But anyway, that's a long rant about my day, and explains why I'm tired, because I was up late having fun, and then I was woken up at 8:20, having gone to bed. Got into bed about 2:30, and then I went to sleep at 3. So that's, yeah, 5 hours sleep. It's not good. And I'm working tomorrow. That's a separate rant. No, and I'm happy to work tomorrow, but it's like, himself's not here. I've got the place to myself. I didn't get any work during the week, and now it's all the weekend. I had plans. That isn't me. There's drilling outside. I promise. What is the weirdest thing you've ever seen happen? What is the weirdest thing you've ever seen happen? That's a very good question. I mean, I've seen funny things. I've seen, you know, I've probably seen strange things, you know, that's all about. Weirdest. Well, the film was quite weird. Oh yeah! No, I've just remembered there was a thing I wanted to look up on the map. I'm playing LOLs again. The weirdest thing I have seen happen. I can't say for certain that I've seen. I could tell you about funny things. I've seen people going arse over tit. There are people around here that like talk to themselves. There's a bloke who one of the homeless guys is always sitting there shaking and giggling to himself. I mean, that's kind of weird, I guess. I guess it really depends on how you're defining weird. Okay, to give an example, and then to use Erin again, they were talking about fry sauce. Now, to me, I know for a fact something funny happens when you mix ketchup with mayonnaise. It gets what I consider to be cocktail sauce. It's like, you know, the pink stuff you put on prawns. But there was a whole thing about it on Twitter where he was saying, you know, people were like, oh my god, how you do that? And like Heinz were doing their own version of it and call it mayo cup or something like that, something weird. And everyone's like, well, that's just fry sauce. And we well, he personally makes it with barbecue sauce because A, obviously it'll taste differently, and B, he doesn't like tomatoes. So there's that. So for him, for Utah, it's completely normal to have sort of mixed condiments and swizzle them up. He was saying about when he was at Disney, some people were like, dude, what you even? And he's like, dude, try it. Like, put your chip in and try it. With your fry, you know. And they're like, oh my god. I'm like, yeah. So, for them, the fry sauce thing was weird. For me, ox tongue was weird. I ate ox tongue one time. I'm sure I've told you about it in another video. But actually seen that I consider to be weird. I don't know, I've got a bit of a bizarre sense of humour. And if we're talking about things that aren't in media, because obviously things that are, you know, films and television and cartoon or, you know, whatever, or even in comics, or anything that is manufactured, shall we say, to the fact that somebody had an idea and then through their artistic expression made that idea manifest. And obviously I respect the process, because there are people, almost every single person can do that better than I can, depending on what they're doing. I write little fanfics, I do my own doodles and stuff, but, you know, just for a simple example, I probably wouldn't be able to create something like this. I might be able to sort of reproduce some of the cute characters on here, if I sort of bother to try, but I wouldn't necessarily come up with this particular arrangement of them, this collage. So yeah, that's what I mean. It's a manufactured product in the sense that someone had to make it. So if we're talking about things that happened in front of these eyeballs that wasn't manufactured, I know nothing. I mean, funny, strange, you know, family being goofy, people being weird, like just like odd. I mean, there's a woman in town who she's a nice lady actually. I think she's like might be learning disabled, but she's very religious, and that's fine. She's always, you know, whenever we do engage in conversation, she's always very pleasant. She's like, oh, I have a strength in my faith. I'm like, ah, that's cool, good for you. She never proselytizes to me, so I just leave her to it. But there was one time when I think she was listening to possibly a sermon or something, because she definitely had, it looked like she had something on her head, and she was praising, you know, her Lord and Jesus. She was like, you know, saying it in the middle of town for the whole world. I guess you can consider that weird. But honestly, she doesn't. She's just a person who is expressing her faith in a way that really, you know, people were looking at her, but she wasn't getting up in people's faces. It was just like, hey, this is me, and hey, Jesus, you're up there, I'm here, and I'm loving you, and I hope you're loving me, and she was just doing her thing. And so I guess for a given quantity of weird, you could consider it to be so. But I don't know. She was just doing her. Maybe. Excuse me. The reason I don't necessarily see things as weird. I mean, yes, for strange things, you can look at someone and there's always that one person that is doing something, and you kind of like, you know, you suddenly go, okay, gonna go a long way now. But yeah, okay, fine. You're gonna sort of what? Or, you know, because my job is primarily walking around everywhere, I've heard all sorts of fragments of conversation. It's very bizarre. But because I am myself a geek and a bit nerdy, and, you know, I embrace all sorts of things, and maybe I'm the one that people look at and go, oh, she's weird. I was reading someone's Twitter and they said, what's the thing you want to be remembered for? Or do you think you'll be remembered for? And for her it was to make people happy. And for me, it's probably that strange lady who keeps singing to herself. So there you go. Weirdness happens all around you, strangeness happens all around you, oddness happens all around you. I guess it's your reaction to it that defines it as weird or not. You know, and like I say, I'm dismissing media, art, you know, music, whatever, because someone created it to be surreal, to be funny, to be strange, to be weird. You know, so it's like, it's all good, it's all funny, but it was deliberately made to be. But, you know, things that you've observed in the wild, you know, I guess it's more about perception than anything else. There you go, that's my thought on weirdness. And if you want more thoughts on weirdness, or other whatever I'm posting about, I haven't posted for a couple of days, then you can follow me here on the Twitters. As always, I do appreciate you sticking around. Feel free to subscribe, to like, to share, to tell me your weird stories, be they, you know, weird stories or just encounters or anything else. I'll be interested to hear. And if you have opinions on what weirdness means to you, then again, please share. But meanwhile, in the meantime, for those of you who have made it this far, as always, you're completely awesome people. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.